What's going on, guys? It's time for that synth show.
Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Malice Coltrane, Trader to Living, Matt C, what is up?
What's going on? What's going on, Catherine? What's going on, everybody? Um, let's see. Oh, look, Synth Samurai.
Catching the stream in the AM. Okay.
Let's
Shout out
go.
to Synth Samurai for these awesome shades.
Amazing shades.
Mm-hmm.
Question of the day.
Yeah, question of the day is what's the worst thing about gear? That's I feel like we've been having a lot of just kind of like negative questions.
Whoa. This is a positive question.
Okay, is it? What's the worst thing about? Okay, what's the worst thing about gear? I'm gonna say, um, because price is kind of obvious, but y'all are so negative. I would say the worst thing is, not having enough space for it. You know what I mean?
Agreed, especially at
Yeah.
this very moment.
So it's kind of like a positive thing because it's like you want a lot of stuff, but you just need a bigger room.
Buyer Pizza's price A. Electricity bills.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
You got like just a bunch of scents everywhere.
I guess if you leave them on, but I
Yeah, if you
never
leave them
have them
on,
on.
you have to leave them on. So it's like it's ready to go anytime.
What's up, Synthetic? How you doing?
Rainbow Mess says the worst thing about gear is always wanting more.
Hey, you know what? We always want more. And I think that gear is like Amazon. I'm kind of a person who will just sit on Amazon or eBay sometimes and just it's almost entertainment. It's like watching television for me. I don't know.
Nice.
It's bad.
No, it is entertaining for sure. Not having enough inputs on audio interface.
Yeah.
Actually, that is the worst thing.
You gotta step it up, Richard C. I just really started digging into the patching, the digital patching. I know. Sorry, Antelope Audio. It's been like 2 years since I've had this, and I've not dug into like how flexible the internal routing on this thing is. It's insane. You can like put any input to any output on this interface. I mean, wow. Not sponsored by Antelope Audio, definitely not, but definitely love this interface even more now.
Nice.
And 32 ins and outs, but I really only use like 24. But
32 ins. Okay. What was it called again?
the Antelope Audio
Antelope Audio. Okay.
Discrete 8 Pro or whatever. Discrete 8 Pro Synergy Core. Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Okay. Tao Sophie Music, or I don't know if I said your name correctly. Apologies if I didn't. But syncing it all. Actually, I'm gonna change my answer to this. Yes, syncing it all. Unless you guys have some kind of magic thing that I don't know about. I usually just use like Ableton Warp to fix, to like fix it or whatever. But
honestly, the complications of more stuff, like killing the process of like creating, is like my biggest. Well, I don't know if my biggest gripe, but I'll just say the more things you add, the more problems you're probably going to run into, and the like. Let's just say I got a new rack recently because a bunch of my gear was sitting on top of each other. And so some of the gear I hadn't used. And then I started to use it and it was super noisy. And so it threw off like a whole day of like me trying to do stuff because it was like
oh,
so noisy. And then I had to put these new tubes in it. And it's like, okay, what is going on here? But
that's always the annoying part when anything that just adds more friction to the music making process is just
exactly.
no bueno.
Kevin said I have a Model 24 from Tascam and will totally vouch for it. That's a good interface. It's kind of like an old school mixer. Also, shout out to a channel that's gone now, but 424 Recording. What a great channel. Always use the Tascam. But yeah. Should check in on how 424 is doing, you know? Just sometimes people yeah, channels just go away. What's going on, Angry Photo Guy? I want a big 6. Well, a big 6 is like how much money? $1,500 or something? I have no idea.
Well, there you go. Oh, Catherine says
Well, no.
but I plan to use my iPad, hopefully, for my hardware synths. Please let us know how that goes. I've been wanting to do that. I don't. Which iPad are you using, Catherine?
I can't believe I still have like a 32 gig iPad from like 2019. It barely functions. I mean,
from 2019?
Because it only has 32 gigabytes of memory.
Oh, yes.
So it's like
you need at least like 200.
I don't know what happened. I was really weird when I bought that. It was like at Target for like $180, and I was
you
like, oh,
are just always getting the best deals on like computers, iPads. Like it's crazy.
Back then. Okay, the big 6, $2,000. Well, you know, you only live once. Money can't go with you, right?
So just spend it all.
Yeah.
On gear.
Exactly.
Just kidding, guys.
What's up, Richard C? Saying that sold over $3,000 of gear, magic cards, and pedals. Of course, to pay for the Muse. Of course.
Oh, cool.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, let us know. Or do you have it? You have it already, right? The Muse.
I don't know if I don't have one.
Oh no, Richard.
Oh,
Richard, you have it already?
I saw Richard talking about it in Synth Samurai stream the other day. The Muse is getting a lot of love. I haven't paid a ton of attention.
I mean, I thought it looked cool. I haven't really seen too much of it, but it looked interesting.
iPad 5. What is the 5?
Haven't set it up yet. Yeah, what year did that one come out? Haven't set it up yet. Not sure if I'll try to run Reason or some other random thing. Who knows? Can you put like an audio? Well, can you put an audio interface on an iPad 5?
Oh, for sure. You can even do it on like a what do I have? My iPad, whatever mine is, a 3. I have no idea. A 4. It can't be a 4.
Oh, really? That's
you just
crazy.
have to get this class compliant like USB to Lightning thing.
Does it have to be from Apple?
Mm-mm. Oh, the
attachment.
I would say no, but there's something weird with Apple. If you go with the off brand, it always breaks. I don't know what it is.
Because that's what I was gonna say. I feel as though every time I purchase something that is not Apple related, that's like an attachment, it never works. Sometimes it works, and then if it works for a while, it just eventually doesn't work.
Yes, I don't know what it is. I think it's probably just another thing Apple will get sued for in like, a few years, with the batteries or whatever. But you know what today is?
It is a day.
It's August 8th.
And you know what that is, right, chat?
It's time to.
It is that day where we go around the web. If you didn't know, well, now you know. August 8th is the day.
Exactly. But that also means other things. 8. It's 8?
It's 808 day.
8. 808 day.
I honestly had forgotten about that. 808 day.
That's right. So, what's up, Destructo? Because it's 808 day, all of the chosen around the webs are going to be from 808.
Yeah, let's go.
So, I also don't want to deal with people saying how horrible it sounds. So we're just going to go for it. And if it sounds awful, fine. I'm just going to hope it sounds good. You can still say how it sounds, but I hope it sounds good. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. 3, 2, 1, go. Very cool. Very cool. Synthetic says, I don't know how they got the toms to sound. Or Angry Photograph says, I don't understand how people get the toms to sound so good. I've never had original 808. But I always feel like it doesn't sound like that every time I hear an 808. But that sounds pretty good. What'd you think, Autumn?
Yeah, that was really good. I like what Weaselbox said. The point is having fun.
So
Sometimes that gets lost in the sauce with people, you know?
yeah, the the, the yeah, and the gear thing definitely sometimes feels weird with the seriousness around what is tools for few, but toys for most. So
All
very
right.
expensive toys. um, all right, next up, because of course it is 808 day, we've got another 808, something different though, an 808 and an M8, a mate.
Ooh.
So it's a tracker and
From
808.
Freaky Tweaky.
Yeah, Freaky Tweakies. Shout out Freaky Tweaky. All right, three, two, one, go. Hmm. Shout out Freaky Tweaky. Very cool. Very cool. We'll have to come back to Freaky Tweakies.
Yeah.
Um,
I loved those like your pew 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 pew, like cool sounds.
yeah,
Really
let's see
cool.
what Freaky Tweaky's got going on here. Um, oh, Freaky Tweaky changed the. Okay, Freaky Tweaky wasn't always the channel's name, I don't think, but I remember Freaky Tweaky's channel because they had an SH4D, and this is like this is like the greatest like demo of an SH4D like ever. So I know a Freaky Tweaky, but I'm gonna have to check for it more often.
That's a cool
Um,
logo too.
I know, right? The
Freaky
stairs,
Tweaky.
yeah. Um, yeah. So happy 808 day,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. Happy 808 day, August 8th. The hottest. It's not too hot here. Juke. So that's what it's called, Juke. Have you
Yep,
heard of Juke
Juke.
before?
Juke is always 10 out of 10 for me. Auto win.
Have you have you had have you had experience with Juke? I've never heard of Juke before.
I don't think I have. No.
Wow. Okay, Catherine, gonna put me onto that Juke. Brady
Hmm.
called this the best around the web of 2024.
Wow, that is very high praise coming from the stream queen.
And used a old and a new together successfully. A what 40-year old thing and a like 4-year old thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was pretty cool. Some of the stuff that was happening, I was like, how is that happening? So um shout out to Freaky Tweaky. Oh, here we go. The Trace Living says the SH40 seemed to disappear after a couple of months. Never seen it. Yeah, the I was kind of like so I watched those videos, the early on ones from like Bo and forgot who else, but maybe Lupop. I watched the video, but um, it just felt like it wasn't well explained, and so it just kind of became like, okay, it's over. But then when I watched Freaky Tweaky's video, I was like, this thing is nuts. Like, what a and but also, it's really all about music skill. So, uh, you know,
Nice.
yeah. Oh, we have to talk about the one thing tonight, and then it's a free for all for everyone.
Yeah, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
The we've talked about this before, right? The wait.
No, it's
Oh, oh,
new. This is
oh, it
new.
is new. Yeah, it is.
So we've got this. I guess it's a teenage engineering thing.
I
But
can't. Okay,
it's new.
I could have sworn that we talked about this before. So this is a new thing.
It's the medieval version of a
Oh,
what was that called? The KO?
yeah,
KO2?
the tape recorder thing.
I don't know what it was, but
What was it?
it was
Because
like a beat machine, like a groove box. But it's the same. It's the same thing, but this is different.
okay,
I
so
don't know
is
what
yeah.
this is though.
Is it just the design and like sounds or something or?
No, it says it uses samples of medieval instruments.
Wow.
So they all were sampled live. So there's
Cool.
like bows and drums and percussions. Honestly, I haven't watched the full video. I like the look though. It looks more like, I mean, it's a weird look,
It
but
looks less like a calculator, less like the voice machine, tape recorder machine.
yeah,
Look, it looks cool. I like it.
I think it's also not very expensive. So it's like $300 right
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All
Yeah, I would
right.
get that for 300. Well, actually, let's see some video of
Yeah.
it.
Let's see. Let's see. Um, what's going on, Rustic? What's going on?
Wait,
All
Trader
right.
to the Living says apparently the buttons smell like chocolate.
Yeah, I've seen that. Synth
Wh-
Samurai said something about on his stream that I saw, and I think that he said it was like legitimate. I
Really?
I guess it might be.
Well, now I want some chocolate.
You only $300. Um all right. Let's watch the video about this apparent medieval synthesizer. I mean, I really want to see what you like. Why would you do this? But I want to see why. They have a whole video. It's like Game of Thrones themed or something. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I think all these sounds are in it, Autumn.
Hmm.
All the sounds we're gonna hear, I think, are in the thing. Okay. As we rewatch it, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, did the kid walk on fire? Oh, it looked like they were, but I don't think they actually did.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen like a company market like a medieval sound. Like they dedicated a thing to older soundscapes. Like very interesting
That's cool.
for
I
300 bucks.
I mean, I think that's a really good price point for something like that. I mean, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
It clearly didn't really say anything about it. Actually, I still want to see like it in action.
Okay, let's see. I wonder if they have another video. Um, let's go to their page. Let's see. Because I mean,
Dude, I honestly, I just want it just so I can say I have something from Teenage Engineering.
I don't have anything from them either.
Oh, you don't?
I never got into the field or any of
Same.
that stuff.
Yeah. The field I
Mm.
maybe could have gotten into, but like the OP just looked too complicated for me.
Well, oh wait, okay. Here's a short. Think we can watch a short? Let's see what this short has, huh?
But the EP 1320 Medieval 90s, including percussion,
Never
which is
mind. Not that I don't like Decimal, but just saying.
Hey, Eternian. Hopefully I said the name correctly.
Eternian.
Samurai Shades, Matt work and had to click on the stream. Next one. Thank you.
Trade to the Living, not a big fan. Trade to the Living is a D&D fan. Not a fan of this though. Trying to find, let me see if I can find a video. Gear for Music? Okay, we might have a video. Okay, ready?
There we go. Ooh.
That's like cool sounds though.
Yeah, it is.
New medieval sampler. It's got a lot of different, it's got its own samples, etc., but they're all themed in the medieval style. Very TE function. But there are a lot of similarities to pick it up and use it. If you're used to the KO, it's like reading the back of your hand. Yeah, the KO as well. So I'm guessing different percussion, chanting off, demos as well. So amazing. So let's check out some of the sounds. So in Group A, we've got a bunch of percussion. So some bass drums.
These sound cool.
They do.
Like very like well recorded atmospheric sounds.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some snares and tom like things. We've got more deep toms. So really quite dark and hard hitting. In B, we've got some playable instruments. In fact, this is one playable instrument. It's the strings, which are multi-samples, so depending on the pitch. Quite nice. Group C, bass sample, and then in Group D, random stuff.
Definitely, you kind of have to have some skill, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I wonder if they have like maybe like a finishing jam or something. I don't know. I just want to hear maybe some more music from it.
As always, if you have any more questions. So the sounds are...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, they definitely have made it look super fun.
Yeah, I like the chanting too, Richard C. It sounds authentic, and also like I don't know how many people were really checking for the like medieval style of stuff, in a groove box. Oh, this is funny. Groove box says, "Yeah."
It's so thin too. It's pretty thin, huh? I imagine it's pretty lightweight.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, old
cool.
samples. If you think in the future, you know how like we say things like "yay old" and it's like we know like, oh, you're talking about like, those times, the nights and the whatever. What are people gonna say about us? Like, will they be saying like "yay old" samples? Like when we use samples,
They're gonna be like, "LOL." Like, oh my gosh, that's so 2000s to say LOL. Like that's so ancient, or what else do we have? TTYL.
It's like LOL Splice or something.
Yeah.
Ye old Splice. WTF Splice.
Oh,
Um, yeah, there you go. I'm gonna say dead ass.
man.
Is that over? Is that bad? Oh,
I
dead
feel
ass.
like there was a while where people were saying that so often.
Oh my gosh. Yes, like
Hmm.
how many years ago? But it was felt like it was constant.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
To say anything was dead ass.
Yeah.
Um, that's funny. It's the King James of Sandworms. Oh man.
Nice.
Kevin say, I literally got a dozen messages about this. It's gonna be the most popular synth in my corner of the world shortly. There you go. There you go. The future is so bright. You gotta wear the shades.
It's true.
Yeah, I never would have thought so too. It never crossed my mind to look for medieval samples. No, I mean,
Same. Yeah. I mean, they could put that in. I mean, are they going for like sync?
people said it is like a D&D like inspired thing, like Dungeons and Dragons or something. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but apparently, uh, I guess Dungeons and
They're
Dragons
obviously
is
very
medieval,
different
right?
players.
So yeah, I could see this like in video games, TV shows, movies, these types of sounds.
Oh yeah, for sure, Like what's that? What's that? Lord of Power or something that's coming out? Rings of Power on like Amazon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, also, since I talked about it before, chat, what is has anyone, I mean, come on, we're done talking about the medieval. Who's been watching the new Batman show and what do you think of it? The new Batman on Amazon show. I've been watching a few episodes. I'd like to know.
Dang it. I need to watch the new Batman show.
It's I like it, but it's different than what I expected for sure.
Okay, on a scale of like 1 to Breaking Bad, like where does it land?
Okay, it's a cartoon,
Okay.
so just let you know that.
Still, like it just on the
Okay.
scale of like 1 to 10, like how bad does one need to like actually check it out?
You've got to be a pretty big fan.
Oh, okay. So it's not something that like just like the average person could enjoy.
I think it's nostalgia is everything right now,
Gotcha.
and so like every show is like a remake of another show that was popular at some time. So like this Batman show is like the animated series, but not a continuation. It's like an earlier version, but similar producers. So it's like trying to be X-Men 97, but not even close to as good. X-Men 97 is like a great show. Did you watch the X-Men animated series when you grew up?
Yeah, but I don't I don't remember it much, Like I remember Storm, I remember like the characters, but
I
so
love
long ago.
Storm. I love Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, for the rest of the stream, because nothing else really happened that anyone cares about, we're going to just talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, do you guys have any topics, anything that you are curious about? Maybe there's something going on around the web that we didn't catch.
Yeah, it's an
Or
AMA.
maybe you have a question about
It's AMA. Ask out anything.
things.
Yeah.
Malice Coltrane says Jubilee style.
Wait, Jubilee. Yeah. What's going on, Dustin? Poor Jubilee. Oh. Wait, poor Jubilee. Poor Jubilee. I watched the new one. I only know what happened to one person. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I thought Jubilee lived in this new one. I'm pretty sure she lives. Oh, wait. Actually, maybe never mind. Yeah. Oh, that was Kim Fields? Oh no, you had crush on Storm and Kim Fields. I was like, wait, Storm was played by Kim Fields? That'd be crazy.
Like, Viral Beat says, I confirm that my mom did not secretly purchase a Muse.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at her if she did. You know,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I would. I don't want one, but I want one. How about that?
It's exactly how I feel about everything. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want one, but if I just happen to land upon it,
That's how I kind of feel about being like a music YouTuber, where it's like companies like, you know, I don't really chase it or stuff or anything, right? But it's like sometimes it's like cool to get something you just like, because there's not really much effort involved, in my opinion. Like, they're just like, hey, would you like to do this thing and like make a video or something? And as long as they don't tell you what to do in the video, it's like, okay, so I can like perform on this for 5 minutes and then you'll give me like the free thing. I get to keep it. It's like,
yeah, totally. As long as it's something that you actually want.
Exactly.
Oh, Chicano.
Whoa, a new picture.
Yeah, a new picture. Did you draw that yourself? Please say yes.
You know what's funny? It's accurate.
It is. It's super accurate.
If I saw the picture without the name, I would know who it was. For some reason, I would at least be thinking it.
Yeah.
Remember message, but think about it. If you buy a Muse, you could make $10 back in YouTube payments. That makes it totally worth it. I know. Only makes it worth it if, I don't know. I guess that's why I'm always like, it's like such a love thing. It has to be a love thing. Unless you're just cranking and doing like a scheduled twice a week upload kind of a thing. Twice a week upload without missing. You'll make money if you do that. If you just go like hard, like 2 to 3 videos a week, and you don't miss for a whole year, you'll be good.
Yep.
You can almost not be good if you're doing what people want, but it never is worth like trying to do it just to get free stuff. I just feel like you would be really sorry.
Yeah, don't do it just to get the free stuff, y'all. But I think most people in here, you know, if they were gonna do it, they genuinely like love the music, you know.
Yeah. We're chilling. Chicana said,
yeah, read that.
Wait, no.
Yes.
This one?
A streamer on TikTok drew me on her live and I liked it. That's crazy.
That's cool.
So TikTok is TikTok turning into like the new Twitch right now, where it's like is that where everybody's going for the live streams now?
You know, they're big on the live streams.
They are, because it kind of just like shows up on your feed randomly, right? Like on your For You, it just like shows up and it's like, do you want to enter the live? And
yeah, so if you're already on the app, like my thing is Twitch is difficult. This is my opinion. Twitch is not friendly for search, and then like you have to be on certain devices to really watch it well. So you can't watch it on TV like just easily. It's just not. So TikTok is totally good. TikTok feeds you everything. It just
Twitch. I mean, I haven't been on Twitch in a long time, but Twitch suffers with not having a search engine, you know? Exactly. And then I haven't been on Twitch in a while, so it might be different, but the whole having ads in front of the streamers, it's just so, it's so hard because like, let's say you're going into a new stream and the first thing you see is an ad. It's like, it's just such a turnoff, you know, especially and it's just harder for newer up and coming streamers to get the chance to get new viewers.
Yeah. The way that they like front load the ads and stuff is kind of, it's just kind of not really fun. Just kind of.
It's not a good user experience where TikTok is doing it right, where it's like you're just scrolling and then you just land upon a stream and boom, you're in it. You're there's no ad, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of nice.
Yeah. Kieran Moore says, aren't YouTubers supposed to disclose the fact that they received the gear for free because it is obviously going to affect what you say about it? Yeah, but I mean, I think so. I would say that I would put okay, some people don't. I know some people don't because they live in countries where you don't have to, but at least here, if ever I got a piece free, I would always say paid promotion, even if no money exchanged hands.
Yeah, I think you have to. And I think
Yeah.
most people, I would hope most people do. But what I always think is interesting, like, is when people accept like brand deals, and then they say like negative things about whatever they're using. I mean, I think it's like needed. You know, if you don't like a piece of gear, I think you should say that you don't like it. Doesn't mean that others won't like it, but I don't know. I think it should be disclosed whether you get something for free or not.
Yeah. The issue I think is there people want to seem like there's a morality thing there, you know? Like people want to like if you get something for free, somehow oh man, that's such a deep subject because people handle it differently and my
Right.
personal belief is uh I would rather buy something myself, not because I don't want to be afraid of what to say, but because companies are more they I'll just say this. The companies that I have always criticized the most have always supported me the most. I criticized IK Multimedia's Uno Synth Pro and I bought it myself. I bought two of them after literally criticizing the heck out of the Uno Synth, or it's not the Pro, the original Uno Synth. IK Multimedia had me talk to the developer guy. Like I had a whole like call with him about like what was wrong with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think like they've like they've never said to do anything different, right? So I just feel like certain companies really want you to be honest because it helps them figure out what to do better, and some companies don't. And yeah, Kilmore says Loop Hop doesn't disclose. I had a big discussion with him about it, and he had every excuse under the sun for not doing it.
So I thought you did. I thought you had to. I thought it was like some kind of like law or something.
Well,
I don't know, I guess.
I don't want to speak on Loop Hop's reasoning or whatever because
Yeah, agreed. We don't know.
yeah, I don't know what his deals are ever, and like, and have I been curious? Sure, but I'm sure people could be curious of my things. People are maybe less so curious of my things because I don't post hardly ever. Half the time I post maybe a video that has nothing to do with like marketing synthesizers to you or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. So it's not, I'm not really, I'm in the game, but I'm not in the game. So if you're consistently putting out videos as sort of a part of the marketing arm, which Loopop is more like the marketing arm, people are probably way more concerned because they don't want to get sold. But also on the other hand, I say this, just don't get sold. Like I always say, I never blame a commercial for my bad decisions. So if you're deciding that, because this is my thought, I watched, American Idol and The Voice and all those things on Hulu. And constantly, you know what the big car commercial is? Is a damn Ford F-150. But guess what? I still don't own a Ford F-150 because I'm not gullible or stupid. So I always say, if people blame YouTubers for marketing and making bad purchases, like, time to blame yourself. Like,
Oh
to
my
be honest.
gosh. Somebody clip that. I mean, that's very true. Like, there's at a certain point, you need to take responsibilities
Yeah.
and be like, hey, there's an advertisement. Do I want to get it? No. Okay, move on.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I think Catherine makes a good point. And I say this. I mean, it's weird because Catherine also understands the other side. Loopop's videos are for when you've already purchased the synth. And yeah, we've talked about that before. And I know, so it's hard to say because so many people watch his videos first day, but it's an instructional manual. So like, why?
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, and I really appreciate those types of videos because it's not like it's an instructional manual. It's not like he's saying, guys, buy this right now and then end video. He's actually going through the different features, the different sounds and stuff.
I mean, and also Ziv watches my stream, so this is obviously, it's not a negative thing. It's just my opinion is always, I watch Loopop streams like a year later sometimes when I get stuck, and that's just me. So like I'd watch a Bo Beats video day one of something I really wanted, which never happens anymore, but I would, because Bo Beats is like he's entertaining to me. I don't know. He's my friend, okay? Or I'd watch Andrew or Jeremy day one. Like Loopop, I never watch day one because it feels like I need it in front of me. I don't know why we're talking so much about
Yeah,
Loopop.
I completely get what you're saying. Empty Vessel says, I'd watch a Loopop video to help me make a decision on a synth because he's so thorough and tends not to offer an opinion so I can decide myself. Yep.
Okay, that's fun. That's fair. Yeah, we're not talking about Loopop anymore because I don't know.
It's kind of weird, like talking about other creators. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, and also because it sounds like making a judgment decision about how he does his thing. But like, obviously, I mean, and I know that money doesn't mean everything to everyone, but I mean, he clearly makes a great, I don't want to say great living. He makes a great deal of impact with his views and videos and whatnot, right? Like, he's going to be consistently getting the things that most people want, right? Like he's locked in a way that you can count on him getting something.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Which, yeah, you can appreciate.
He does a service of creating well thought out information with highly detailed chapters so that if you get it, he's helping you for free in the future in a way.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really needed, honestly.
Yeah. So, and also, I also put like this. I remember a time before Loophops, in a way, right? When people made super low effort videos trying to show you something on a thing with like a flashlight, and the camera's like shaking, like this. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm trying to show you how to do a thing." So, if Loopop wants to do what Loopop wants to do, I think it's actually helping way more than it's hurting. I know. Whatever.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everybody can have their opinions about it, but at the end of the day, when you have a video that's, like you said, it's well produced, you can easily understand, it's very well researched. I mean, it's just helpful for the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good night, Angry Photo Guy.
Yeah, good night. Oh man, Nora's calling me out. 27. I mean, I'll be honest, like there were so few decent videos pre like 2014 that were like super helpful. And like there was cool videos, like Jexus made awesome synth type videos, but it was horrible. And I'm just saying that. So last thing I'll say, Kieran says, whether he got to keep it in the middle of our discussion because, sorry. I was just gonna. It's a connected comment. So he says it was sent to him. He doesn't say to keep it. E.g., lots of viewers have gear sent to them then have to send it back or send it to other reviewers. And someone literally asked whether he got to keep it in the middle of the discussion because he hadn't made it clear. So I'm wondering what YouTube actually requires. So this is how I do it, and I'll just say how I personally do it. If a company does anything, I'm going to make it a paid promotion. Even if, and it's happened, even if I have to send the gear back. Because here's why. I don't think that you can be objective if someone is giving you something, because I don't think you have the same emotional investment as if you spent your own money. And that's how I believe it is. I think, and that's why I kind of prefer to buy things as if it is my money and I don't like it, it actually changes the eventual video because I have that emotional sort of experience to pull from. But I guess that's why my videos are more scripted in that way. But if you buy something and it's annoying, it changes everything because you spent time going to the store. Like that. That's why
Right.
multimedia.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, it was like in a stupid open box and it didn't come with a thing. And you know what I'm saying?
No, totally. Or you get something and the knob comes broken.
Exactly.
It's a brand new $2,000 piece of thing.
And it adds to the story.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, what is this? YouTube asks you too if you got a product to disclose. Yeah. If it's free, everything seems okay, but less exciting. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if something is not good on something, but all I have to do is send the company an email and they send me a new one, but I'm not telling the entire story of how that kind of came to be, it kind of, it just changes how I think you feel about things. So there's a reviewer who does video games, and this is where I kind of, this is kind of where I got my sort of morality style from. Is his name is Carrig, and he does a video game channel called ACG, right? And he always says that if a company sends him a free code, he always goes to the store and buys a copy himself with his own money. And that's what I sort of decided to do with the always with like the 1 minute review series, 1 minute synth review series was, and that's why it kind of became very difficult because I had to buy synths and they were like, and it's just really annoying to buy mini Novas when you don't need a mini Nova. But I would always say I can buy anything that costs $500 and then that's fine. I'll sell it later. And, it just feels different when you buy something. It just changes everything.
It does. I agree. I mean, and everybody in chat, I think, agrees as well that it is hard to be critical of something when you're receiving it for free. Not saying that there aren't people that aren't critical. There definitely are. There's, like I know Tetro did like a video where he received a product and then he criticized it. Like he gave his honest thoughts in the video. So there's definitely people out there that will get something for free and they will tell you like their true thoughts if they're good or bad. But I can definitely see why people struggle to believe just those positive reviews when they're getting something for free. It makes complete sense to me.
Yeah. And you know what? Depending on how much you like a company, I don't know. This is the same thing I felt about making videos on like the internet or YouTube or something. Like when it becomes your job, right? you'll do and say a lot of things that you wouldn't say when it's not your maybe sole source of income. You will take a you have to continue it as a revenue source, right?
All
So
right. Yeah.
you can't burn bridges. You have to, you have to sell people. You have to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not making a judgment on people's like morality. I'm just saying I think that just like at a job, you don't criticize your boss all the time because you want to continue to be employed. These companies and the viewers are essentially your bosses. So you need to do what's good for them. But I also, thing is for me, I don't care so much. I know a lot of people care, but only because I don't know why people have a huge issue. Well, I don't know. Okay, I can see both sides. Autumn, we talked about this before, where the
Mm-hmm.
viewers of these videos are often like newbies, very new people. So they're not as savvy with maybe what could be like like a sales pitch.
Right. Or like, hey, or yeah, they're not as savvy with that, and then they might not know something that is being offered. You can easily do with, you can do that so easily for free on a DAW or something like that. Like, I would say a good example of something that I'm not gonna say it was a scam, but it was definitely, I believe it was a drum monkey from.
Mm-hmm.
There
Unison or
was
something, or whoever does
You
that.
remember that,
Yeah,
right? There
yeah,
was a lot of criticism for that because it was, from what I remember, it was a little pricey for what it was,
yeah.
and there was a lot of DAWs that, it's just something you can do for free. So I remember the criticism around that. So some people might not know things like
Yeah,
that.
I always forget that I'm not sold. Okay, I like to watch camera channels. I will say that a billion times. I don't really watch synth review things unless it's from my friends, right? Is Jeremy, Bo, or like Andrew? Okay, so or Jorb. So I watch camera review channels, right? I have watched them for the last like 5 years, and I love watching, especially Christian Jordan on the whatever camera channel they're on now. I love them, but I haven't bought a piece of camera gear in 5 years either. So, but that's because I know better. Not everyone knows better. So I do have to have sort of a place, and I can understand someone like Kieran's point of view. Um, is that not everyone is savvy, and therefore, yes, some people may fall prey to marketing, like heavy marketing. But maybe I just don't care because it's not me. So, and it's on them. They'll go to hell. How about that? They're bad. They'll go to hell. Well, I kind of leave it up to the universe. That's my honest kind of feeling. To be honest, is I'm not the police of the internet, and I don't want to. I never want to be the police of the internet. So,
Mm.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay. On that happy note.
That heavy hope. Petapixel. That's the channel that Chris and Jordan are on.
Cam was.
I love cameras.
Mm-hmm.
What do you watch the most, Autumn?
Lately, I'm trying to think what I actually have been watching. I've been watching a lot of house tour videos.
House tours, like regular houses?
Yeah, like regular houses, but there's this guy, oh, man, I'm gonna butcher his name. Inez. He just does these crazy house tours, and it's just been, I don't know, it's just kind of nice to have on in the background,
Oh, that's cool. Hey, you know what? Cribs is always cool.
It is.
That's Cribs, yeah.
Mhm.
Let me think. I like to watch tiny house tours. I haven't watched them in like a couple of years though.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love tiny house tours too. Like or people building their own house. So much fun. Or even people living in RVs. I just think
Yeah,
it's so interesting. Like I sold everything and now I'm debt free and I live in an RV. Like I love watching all the videos, you know?
the
RVs to like mansions, just everything in between.
YouTube is literally the greatest. I don't care what anyone says. And I know it's bad because of Mr. Beast and weirdos right now, but YouTube is like the greatest thing ever. It's brought so much cool lifestyle stuff. Autumn, I literally watched a channel. I subscribed to it too. All he does all day is eat sardines. He reviews sardines, Autumn.
What?
But it is the most cinematic crap you would ever imagine.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It is addicting because sardines are something totally you've probably never like been like, oh, I'd go buy a can of sardines.
Yeah.
But like the guy is like a connoisseur of sardines. And it's like he tells like story every time. It's amazing. It's weird. He's like a young guy too. He's probably like 30s or something.
That's so cool. It's those are always such interesting channels of just things that you would just never think of to make a video of, you know?
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we thank you for coming to our synth show,
Yeah, thank you guys. Keep it positive, keep it fun.
brought to you by Synth Samurai.